What up, good people? How we doing? How we doing on this Wednesday morning? Man, day before Thanksgiving. Let's see. It's November 27th. 2 days before my birthday. Yeah. Anyways, all the Sagittarius out there, salute, man. We're not even gonna hesitate. I'm gonna get me a sip of coffee this morning, y'all. I'm almost out. This whole cup is almost gone. I'm gonna drink me a little bit of brain lubrication. Pause. Some agua, some Vasa, and then we're gonna get right into it, y'all. Y'all hold tight. Let me pause it for a second here. I don't know. I'm not gonna pause it. Gonna light a little Palo Santo. I gotta order some more Palo Santo. Yeah. This is all I have left. I burned a little bit this morning. I got my incense going already. Just for some reason. I want to burn some Palo Santo. Y'all know this is like sage. You know, it clears the energy. Get rid of all that negative energy in the room. Even though I don't have any negative energy in the room, not that I know of. But yeah, let me get that going. Oh yeah. If y'all don't know about Palo Santo, do your research. Without further ado, man, we're gonna get right into it. Let's go. Yo, let me pour my water up. If I hadn't said so already, I wish you all a very good holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year, all that good stuff. And I'll probably say that 200 more times before the end of the year. Okay. Ultimately, father and son ended the day with a catch of 7 fish, 2 sandwich-sized brim, and 5 slightly larger than sandwich-sized red breasts. As dusk set in and bait ran low, Henry was noticing his son's peace. After Jacob promised to be on his best behavior in hopes of receiving a puppy and the 2 bouts with the alligator, or whatever it had been, the day had gone by perfectly for the man. Alright, let's go ahead. We don't have to say for the man. Who's the man? Okay, son, said Henry as he got up from his bucket. It's time to go to this party. Can I help clean the fish? Jacob asked. Henry paused in awe. I see. So you really are serious about this puppy, huh? I just want to do my part, that's all, Jacob insisted. Sure. If you want to... I think I got want to spelt differently let's see. If you want to... Okay. Sure, if you want to help clean fish, I'm not going to stop you. I guess it's the first for everything. Gathering the gear, let's say the gear sounds good. Gathering the gear, while the tired sun descended from the sky, the 2 anglers used what little light they had to guide them on the path. Jacob was using every ounce of willpower to show his father just how serious he could be. And unbeknownst to the boy, an ally, one he himself had conjured up, remnants of his own thoughts. The little Jacob who'd magically appeared on the fishing court, with no mass to weigh him down, out of curiosity had decided. Okay. Out curiosity, I forgot to put of, out of Now I'm gonna say out of his own curiosity. So I'm giving ownership to the little spirit thing that Jacob conjured up. And what I'm gonna do is I gotta, when I go over this again, I gotta reiterate that Jacob drunk the juice from his thermos. I'm not putting a lot of emphasis on it right now, but believe me, it's in the back of my head. I'm a writer. I don't forget things like this. Plus, I got notes. So, out of his own curiosity, comma. All right, the little Jacob who'd magically appeared on the fishing court with no mass to weigh him down. Out of his own curiosity, had decided it'd be best to tag along with Jacob and his father. Okay, so now this sentence here is making it apparent, making it official to the reader that this little thing that Jacob first thought of while he was in a daze, in a trance, so to speak, from the sun, of the heat, from the anticipation of getting a puppy, and from the concoction that he was drinking, that I did not explain how he got this concoction, but I will. See, the final product, y'all, the final product of a book, it takes so many times of combing through that story to get it right for the reader. So what you guys are seeing right now is an inside look of how an organic story comes about. Now, this story started 25 years ago in Phoenix, Arizona, at a little apartment my first apartment that I've ever had on my own in my name, roach infested. It did have AC, didn't have furniture, had plenty of roaches, didn't have food most of the time, didn't have a phone. This is 1999. I just moved to Phoenix, Arizona. I was gonna go to a diesel mechanic school out there, a school called UTI. I think UTI is still around. And I was robbed the first day there. Somebody got me for, like, I don't even know, it's about $3,000 worth of stuff, jewelry, CDs, a whole book worth of CDs, and Army BDUs and Army jump boots, Army parade boots, all of my uniforms, clothes, a video camera. Yeah, they stole my video camera. It's everything. Yeah, stole my video camera and some very valuable videos I have. And for years I wished for those videos to come back. But that goes to show you that things happen for a reason. I had a lot of things in those videos that would have, watching those videos would have made me miss, the single life and the Army life. And, I had a whole bunch of girls, and I just came from Germany to be with my friend/girlfriend at the time. She's my wife now. So things happen for a reason. With no mass to weigh him down, out of his own curiosity, I gotta think of another name to call this thing. Let's say it's. We don't want to weigh him down. Let's say it's out of its own curiosity. Out of its own curiosity, comma. Let's see how this works out. Let me see. All right. Man, is that a run-on sentence? I think that's a run-on sentence. That got to be a run-on sentence. And unbeknownst to the boy, oh boy, I got to sneeze. Ooh, just had a pretty good 2 sneezes there. Y'all say bless me. Thank you. All right. Okay. Unbeknownst to the boy, an ally, one he himself had conjured up, remnants of his own thoughts, the little Jacob, who'd magically appeared on the fishing court with no mass to weigh him down, out of its own curiosity, had decided it best to tag along with Jacob and his father. As the two collected their things, the little sprite thing, the little spirit thing, as the two, so much going on, let's see, as the two collected their gear, equipment. As the two collected the gear, the little sprite thing began leaping from lily pad to lily pad. That thing that the young boy seemed to create with concentration. Let's see. The thing that the boy created. Let's say created. If y'all notice that I'm a little more focused nowadays, I am. I'll just say that. I am. And whatever you can do to bring yourself into focus if you're trying to write, as long as it's not harming you or anyone else, do it. I'll just say that. I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing because I don't want to jinx myself, but I am focused a lot more these days. Coffee is one of them. Water is another one. But there's also other things you can do. You can meditate. You can exercise more. There's a lot of things you can do. You can read. The thing that the boy created with concentration was now there in the present moment. It was a miniature version of Jacob, observing, being silent while witnessing. Let's say observing. I don't know if that's the right punctuation, the right, not punctuation, but I don't know if that's the right symbol. It's a semicolon. I don't know if it's right or not. Observing, being silent while witnessing. I think it should be a comma here too. So let me put a comma there instead. All of this stuff gets fixed during the editing because I'm not a English major. Observing, being silent while witnessing. It was a silent witness. Oh, that doesn't sound right. Observing, being silent while witnessing. It was a silent witness. I don't even know if that whole sentence works. The thing that the boy created with concentration was now there in the present moment. It was a miniature version of Jacob, observing. I think I'm gonna just, you can use one sentence as a one word as a sentence. Observing, being silent while witnessing, and just leave it at that. Don't want too much of a word salad. Confuse people. It leaped. It was there on the pond, making its way toward the boy. Okay, again it leaped. Again it leaped. It was there on the pond, making its way toward the boy. It could see without seeing. It heard without hearing. Now, if you remember from yesterday, all of this was written in first person. I told you guys I was attempting to write in first person, so the little imp, sprite, spirit, whatever, was supposed to be the reader. The reason I changed that is because I don't feel like that challenge right now, first of all. But also, if it's supposed to be in the image of Jacob, then a young lady reading this would not be able to see herself. A young white boy maybe perhaps wouldn't be able to see himself, and so on and so on. So again it leaped. It was there on the pond, making its way toward the boy. It could see without seeing. It heard without hearing. It felt. It smelled. It's who the boy summoned. It's who the boy summoned unconsciously. And I also wrestled with this idea because for the average Christian, I don't know how they will view this. I don't know if they might see this as something evil or ungodly, ungodlike, which it's a fictional story. So either way, I'm not trying to make it into something evil. Not yet, anyways. I mean, it could turn into something evil. The book is not done, so I don't want it to go that direction. But sometimes you gotta let a book do what it wants to do. A story, anyways. Again, it leaped. It was there on the pond, making its way toward the boy. It could see without seeing. It heard without hearing. It felt. It smelled. It's who the boy summoned unconsciously, magically. In its little mind, with little senses, it heard a piano playing, only sharp notes with each jump. Huh? Okay. So when I say it heard without hearing, it felt, it smelled, it could see without seeing. So it's what I mean by that is it can see without, actual eyes. It can hear without the apparatus of having, ears. That's what I mean. And if you believe in the spirit world, then, hey, I think anything is possible in the spirit world, right? Magically, in its little mind, with little senses, it heard a piano playing only sharp notes with each jump. It was a perfect melody fitted for a fairy. Soon the miniature Jacob, the one without an actual body, landed on the ground next to the actual Jacob's feet, stirring a leaf. So you might ask, how did it stir a leaf if it didn't have any mass, any body weight? Well, maybe it's developing into something else, or maybe sometimes when you're at home by yourself and a sheet of paper just fall off the table and the fan is not on and you didn't make it happen and you can't figure out what happened. Maybe this is how. You know what I mean? Excuse me a second here. Excuse me for 1 second. We'll get back to it. Excuse me. Okay, I'm back. Y'all let me know how you like this music too. And I know I'm not getting a lot of views yet, but I assure you that once this story really takes off and people start realizing what it is, the views will come in, hundreds, thousands, hundreds of thousands. And the person listening to my voice right now, if you made it this far, then hey, you already know. You already know. This is a number one, or this is a bestseller right here, all by the gumption of myself, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but anyways. And you got to have that confidence. Writers, you got to have that confidence. Even though I'm looking over in the corner right now of my books that I've written over the years, and I only sell books through Amazon these days, and it's not a lot because I'm not promoting myself at all. This is my only promotion right here. But I know that if I keep going in my almost 50 years on this planet, if I keep writing, if I keep believing in myself, I know that those books, along with the whole, tractor trailer load full of other books, same writer, me, will vanish, and there will be money made from that. A true writer does not write for money. I say that because I'm a true writer, and I have been writing since 1999, and I still have a day job. A true writer writes because they have to write, and they love to do it. Well, maybe not love to do it, but they have to write. They gotta write. They gotta get the stories out. That's me. Not worried about the money. All things happen in God's time. Remember that. But being there on the ground, it saw for the very first time the tiniest insects, like ants. The tiniest insects, like ants. I'm having issues right now figuring out the commas. Okay, skip some things too. Let's see. Stirring a leaf. Something above its head hovered like an orb. Let's go back. Soon the miniature Jacob, the one without an actual body, landed on the ground next to the actual Jacob's feet. Excuse me. Stirring a leaf. Something above its head hovered like an orb, or floated like a butterfly. But being there on the ground, it saw for the very first time the tiniest. Okay, let's say it saw without seeing. It saw. It saw without seeing for the. It saw without seeing for the very first time the tiniest of insects, like ants. The tiniest of insects, like ants, spiders, and mites. Oh, look, there goes a jumping flea. Things it had never seen before, it saw now in vivid color and grand size. It didn't fear these things because they couldn't hurt the thing. But those insects and anthropods, those insects were curious of the thing, were curious of it. So apparently the insects can see it, right? There came a spider, a garden spider. Its hairy brown leg reached, one hairy brown leg reached out to the thing it knows is there but cannot see. A little bit of confusion, but we'll get it. We're gonna get through this. The sprite flinched. Let's say miniature Jacob flinched. Spell check is a writer's best friend, man. A writer like me that, I've tried the spelling thing for years, and I've gotten better. gotten better, but ooh boy. Miniature Jacob flinched, but was unaffected, untouched by the arachnid. As it looked up, the sky seemed farther away. The trees were enormous. There was a bird looking down at it. Was this really happening? It asked itself. Was this or is this? At this point, I'm in foreign land. I don't know where this is going. I don't remember. The story is old, but this portion of the story is not actually that old. I didn't have this in the original. Y'all excuse me. I just installed new software on my phone. I shouldn't be trying to do this right now, but anyways, let me go back here. Okay. All right. Anyways. Is this really happening? It asked itself. Okay. Yes, the answer was. Yes. Yes, the answer was yes. It began to feel nauseous. That comes with time-space traversing. It began to feel nauseous. It began to feel nauseated. Nauseated, maybe. It began to feel the nauseousness. It began to feel the nauseousness that comes with time-space traversing. It's similar to that feeling that comes after intently watching too many old home videos in one setting. You feel this way momentarily. So that's where we're at right now, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been 28 and a half minutes. We made some pretty good ground here. I like this music. Y'all let me know if you like the music. I'm gonna stop it right here because, like always, I got things to do. So let's go ahead and stop it right here. I appreciate y'all stopping by again. Y'all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Till next time, man. This is Anthony L. Kelly. Salute to all you all, to the consistent ones that stop by to pay or to take a look or to read along or to just watch this wonderful story come to life. You're gonna be one of the few to be here from the very beginning, even though you wasn't there in 99. You were here for this process, and I appreciate that. Anyways, till next time, salute to you all. This is Anthony L. Kelly. I'm out.